Dr.
Hello?
Cosgrove.
Yes, I'm a doctor. I noticed that you have a very large hemorrhoid that is inoperable.
Oh.
And you're okay, though. You're going to live a normal life span.
Really?
Yeah, but you're just going to have to deal with the hemorrhoid because there's nothing we can do.
Have you ever seen this before?
No, not until this morning when I noticed.
Are you... Is that like how doctors do things? They just kind of notice?
Yeah.
You guys, I'm so excited to announce that Drugstore June is finally available digitally. It is available on Apple, on Amazon, wherever you can purchase movies on demand. And today's guest, Miranda Cosgrove, is one of my co-stars. And I can't wait for you guys to see the movie. So check it out on Apple or wherever you can buy movies. Thank you to today's sponsor,
SKIMS.
The Fits Everybody collection is available in sizes XXS to 4X, baby. You can shop now at skims.com/trash Tuesday, all lowercase. Plus, get free shipping on orders over $75. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. Indulge in affordable luxury. Go to quince.com/trash for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/trash to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/trash.
You guys, Tigerbelly is doing another date, and this time it's in Hawaii. We are so excited. Bobby and I honestly specifically requested that we play here. It's going to be so fun. Tigerbelly shows are unlike any other shows you've been to. Well, you have to be there to fully experience it, but they're super unique, super interactive, and nonstop fun. I hope to see you there. I hope to give you a big hug. And I'll see you April 26th. Go get tickets at tigerbellylive.com. See you there. My Filipino family was very superstitious about if good things happen, bad things are just around the corner.
Oh, so if you go too crazy, something worse is going to happen.
Correct. And which is it's so untrue. There's nothing right about that. But then you get traumatized as a kid over and over, and you're not allowed to laugh too hard at things that are funny. You're not allowed to celebrate winning a gold medal if you are an athlete. Just nothing.
I'm imagining you with a gold medal,
Wait, I should show you pictures of when I was in the podium. Not allowed to smile. I was just like
a nervous wreck.
That's so sad.
So sad.
I remember my 1 year as a child actor.
I always forget you were a child actor.
That's fair. That's really fair. You should. I was in 3 commercials, but the agents are expect to go on 100 auditions and get 1. That is true.
It's accurate.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a weird thing to throw onto a kid. To that type of rejection that early on.
But it's so good for you.
It probably is.
Because then nothing can hurt you as in your adulthood. Don't you have that in a way or no? You don't know. You're the opposite.
Everything hurts me. No,
Yeah.
I'm so sensitive. Are you kidding me? No, all the rejection I've had, even emotional rejection from my parents, have only made me want it more as an adult. Not for you?
I guess, yeah. It makes me feel like I need it. Did you ever need to be an actor? I don't see that in you.
Well, it is kind of weird because when I started acting, I was 3, so I don't even remember. So I don't.
You don't know.
I don't know if I would have wanted to be an actor if I hadn't started so young. But what got you into your child acting? Was it because you wanted to when you were little?
Because I had no attention.
Wait, you asked your parents to be like, "Hey, can I audition for this?"
Are you kidding? What? Yeah.
I mean, she was just thrown into it, right?
That's never the story.
Wait, really?
Esther, how weird.
I thought that was normal. It's you're a little kid. You want people to watch you tap dance. And then your mom sees the article in the newspaper that's agents auditioning children. And then you get in a commercial for juvenile diabetes. And all your dreams come true. No?
I'm imagining you at the audition with all the other kids not wanting to be there, being forced, and you're like,
no wonder I got
doing
it.
A tap.
No wonder they love me. I was like so excited.
Your mom's all pissed and annoyed and doesn't want to be there.
I can't picture you being reluctant like at auditioning as a kid. I feel like you were just...
I would get really nervous when I was little. Not when I was 3, but when I got older, when I was maybe 9 or 10, I got really shy.
But you didn't even want it. Why were you scared?
I was freaked out. I would try to peek into the room to see how many people were inside so I could try to calm down. Like if there was only 2, then it's not scary.
Have they since changed the audition process for kids?
How would we know?
Sure.
No, I mean, like, I'm sure now they're like very careful about how the child is sort of like reared in this industry. I imagine back then it was just the same, probably as adults, like a cattle call, right?
Anyways, we're not here to talk about my childhood. I do want to say though that today's episode, it should be titled Miranda Cosgrove Exposed, because we're going in on her. I'm gonna expose you.
I'm scared.
For the weird person that you are. And honestly, like truly one of my best friends. And I definitely must identify as a child star because I think we're the same person.
We get along so well.
Yeah, it's like, I was that delusional. I thought I was a star of iCarly, I guess. Like that's the confidence I must have had for how similar I think we are. The first thing I want to talk about is obviously the similarity in our dads.
Yes.
Your dad has like no faith in you.
My dad, when it comes to money, he is the most frugal human being you will ever meet. And he has no faith in me when it comes to money. He's very worried.
But it's like weird because you're obviously very successful. And the thing that stands out to me so much is that you went to USC, right? And when you went to USC, were you done with the show?
Yeah. So I finished the show and then I went pretty much immediately.
What age were you done with the show?
20.
Okay. So at that point, you're 20, you had starred on like one of the biggest shows of, a generation, if not the biggest. And look, I'm not saying like you were Tom Cruise rich. No, I get it. But your dad said that he didn't want you to spend money on parking at USC.
Yes.
So you would be late to class because you were circling for parking.
I was late all semester because it's maybe $700 or something like that to get a year parking pass.
That is a lot.
And it is a lot. But my dad was like, get up in the morning, like circle the block. Like he was like, you don't need that parking pass. And then it became a huge, it was a real source of us not getting along because even midway through the year, I was like, I could still get one, but you have to pay. You have to pay the full amount still.
No.
Yeah. And he was like, no. He was like, you've made it this far. He was like, you're going to make it to the end of the year. So I did, but I was circling a lot and all the parking people knew me. Like they would see me. This
is like the saddest story I've ever heard. It's so weird. Like you were probably the most famous kid at USC. Like, would you say?
I was not allowed to park. Metered parking. Sometimes I would go to the metered parking and I'd have to come out during the class. I'd be like, I have to go to the restroom so I could
This is literally iCarly, you guys. This is not okay.
So funny. Did you ever get parking tickets?
I did a couple of times get parking tickets. I didn't tell my dad.
Did it ever?
But I feel like that would have like strengthened your case.
That's true.
Just be like, look, I can't find parking. I get desperate, and now here's an $80 ticket. And it's going to accumulate, and it's going to exceed $700 by the end of the semester.
I should have made a PowerPoint on why I deserve.
That's what kids do now. They like on TikTok, there's all these kids that make PowerPoints for their Christmas list.
I've seen that.
Yours would have just been a parking space
pass.
for school to learn after you just worked for 10 years or whatever, 15 years.
He was really happy, though, when I made it to the end of the year. He was like, see? Like, he was like, you made it. You did it.
Were you low-key kind of proud, though, that you did make it?
Yeah.
You were good at parallel parking? Because you had to, no.
I'm not great at parallel parking. I'm not great at parking in general, but I made it through that year, that semester.
Wait, Esther, what is your dad super frugal about that you remember as a kid being like, okay, like this has got to stop?
I mean, obviously the moment where you're in the movie theater and you click open the can of soda you brought from home and everyone can hear it. Like that I'll never forget. A lot of it is movie related actually. Like my dad dropping me off at a movie theater with like the bucket of popcorn from yesterday and being like, don't come back until you get a free refill on this. Just like crazy, like training me to not spend money kind of stuff. I don't know.
But I feel like, I mean, maybe that's a little extreme. Like my dad would embarrass me publicly because he didn't feel like bulbs, onions, or garlic or things that grew under the ground that we had to pay for any of the bulbs. So he would go into Vaughn's, he would buy all of the necessities. Let's suppose like he had to buy oil or fruits or produce, he'd buy that. But he would always leave with pockets full of onions and garlic that he would steal.
What?
Because he was like, never pay for bulbs. Like bulbs are a gift from God. Do not pay for bulbs. So like, I mean, I don't know why he, thought specifically bulbs, but always big pockets on the way out.
I think it's like an older man generation.
Way
like
of life.
Yeah, it's a way of life that, and then like it does get passed down, but also I don't know. Like I don't think I'm honoring him that much. Like I don't.
Do you valet?
Yeah, I do.
Do you valet, Miranda?
I do. I hope my dad doesn't see this. He doesn't listen to this.
I do not want to be seen publicly as a bad influence on you. You're spending in front of your
I'd
dad.
be like, are you valeting because Esther valets?
I'm so scared.
You both broken the cycle. Congrats.
Thank you.
No. Wait, now also, crazy thing about your life is that you are so famous and so recognizable, but because the people who were fans of you when they were kids, like sometimes when people recognize you, it's like they tend to feel like silly and embarrassed and like kind of almost make fun of you.
Sometimes. Something really funny happened the other day in Target. There was a kid in the toy aisle looking at stuff, and I was passing by with a cart. And I guess because iCarly came out on Netflix not that long ago.
Yeah.
Like the original iCarly.
Which, by the way, when it came out, it was trending as #1 for like weeks.
Yeah, so I guess all these kids started watching it that never knew it existed.
Oh.
And
you're like, oh no.
But this little boy was maybe 7, and he looked up at me and he kept looking at me, and then he was like, you got old.
It's so crazy because you actually didn't. Like you didn't.
It must be so weird though for him because if he saw me
probably
when I was
just
12
watched it
or
recently.
something, and he's just looking.
Is that something you, even like adults, say for instance, who did watch you when they were younger, do they sort of sometimes treat you and infantilize you and keep you stuck in that like version they have it in their heads?
Maybe a little bit, because sometimes people, even kids' parents, will still like come up to me and act like I'm a kid sometimes because they watch the show with their kids and they feel like I'm still little, like I was on the show maybe.
When you were in college, did you feel like people kind of like, because I feel like in college, like kids get like shy and weird around a famous person. Like, was that awkward for you being like the famous kid at your school?
It actually wasn't bad. It helped me, I think, because I am kind of maybe a more introverted person. So when I was at school, like the first semester at USC, I was just looking for the parking spot most of the time. And I didn't meet anybody or really make any friends.
SC was just driving school for you.
A lot of driving. I do have a strange story about
oh no.
I met these girls at USC the second semester I was there, and they were really cool. And they asked me if I wanted to study with them, and like the whole semester, they were kind of like the most popular, like the girls that were, and I never went to high school. So I was like, oh, this is what like being in high school is like. Like this is the clique of cool girls.
Like you made it.
Right. So when they asked me, I was excited. And then I went a few times to their dorm and then to study. And then something happened and they needed a place to study. And I said, oh, we can study at my house. So they drove from downtown to where I live in LA. And I had everything all set up and I wanted it to go well. And then you already know this story, but the whole thing with I had a person come to my house and try to kill me. And
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just the way she says it.
I always say things in the worst way.
I'm going to interject because we are going to play a game about this later. But when I was working with you on iCarly, I don't think we ever got it to air, but we wanted to do a story about how Miranda delivers the worst news in like the sweetest, almost funniest, charming way. And like she just did it. She's like, so this guy was trying to kill me. Like it's just, and you can't help but laugh, but it's just, I don't know what it is about you and your personality. You just deliver everything with a smile. Like you should start a business where you're like, you break up with people.
I go to people's doors and you deliver bad news.
Yes, it would feel so comforting. Anyways, keep going.
But so a couple days before the incident with the guy that came to my house, I had never met the guy before, but he came to my house and this was years ago too, and tried to kill me. But when that happened.
It's so sad because I did read about this and it sounded absolutely terrifying, but I'm so glad
It turned out okay.
It turned out okay. Yeah.
You gotta laugh.
What
know?
else can you do, honestly? It's so
to
grim.
cope through life. I laughed my way through my grandma's funeral, or grandpa. Oops. My grandma's
which
still alive. I forgot.
Your grandma's still alive.
Yeah.
So 2 days before that happened, I had the study group at my house. And the whole time I was inside trying to get these girls to think I was cool and like me and want me to be in the group, this guy was actually in my backyard with a gun, pacing back and forth in my backyard the entire time.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
the girls were there?
Yes, with me and all the girls studying. And me bringing food in and trying
How did
to
you
win
find
them
out?
over. Because later, when everything happened and the police came, they checked the security footage. And so 2 days before, he had already been there and he was burying things in the backyard.
Didn't he bury like chocolate milk in your backyard?
Yeah, chocolate milk
What
and
brand?
ropes and Horizon chocolate
You
milk.
knew? Oh,
What'd you
wow.
say?
Is this bad for Horizon?
No.
Horizon chocolate milk.
Horizon is on top of the game. We can't hurt them.
That's true. They're huge. But yeah, so it was just crazy that I found out after the fact. And then
While you were first trying to like have friends, there was a man with a gun in your backyard.
the police had to call all of the girls because for a split second they didn't know who he was. So they were trying to figure out his identity. So they called all the girls thinking maybe it was one of their ex-boyfriends or somehow related to them. And
You're like,
all
please
of
don't call my friends. Please don't call my friends.
I was like, please just leave them out of this. They don't have to know. They don't have to be a part of this.
This is so grim and funny. Oh my God.
How's your relationship with those girls now?
I don't really know them anymore.
Well, how do you think? They're like, we went to our house once and we almost died. We're out. Okay, wait. The other thing is neither of us drink.
Yes, you're the only person I know besides me.
I know. I feel like
Ever? Like you've never tasted, you've never tried, never
I've
had one?
tasted alcohol. Have you?
I have like tasted it but spit it out. Like I'm scared of it. I've always said like I like eating too much, that I think I would then get like too addicted to alcohol. But you've tried it and it just didn't do anything to you.
Well, that happened to me with edibles.
Yes, we went to
yeah.
Vegas to see Lady Gaga perform jazz.
Do jazz.
And we also saw Gwen Stefani though.
That was
fun. They were both fun. And I was like in my heavy weed phase. And so I'm like, Miranda, just take an edible gummy. Come on. And you did. And you, much like you told me before,
it does nothing.
It does nothing to you.
It's weird because the first time I ever tried anything, I ate a brownie and I fell asleep for 16 hours. But then ever since, I'm untouchable. It won't do anything to me. I don't know why.
I'm actually surprised knowing you that you didn't get hooked when it let you sleep for 16 hours. That sounds really nice.
It was a really good deep sleep.
What does alcohol do to you then?
With drinking, I've never been like even buzzed, so it's never really done anything to me. But
You really are untouchable.
well, I haven't done it, so it doesn't. But with edibles, one of the times I did it, it didn't go well, and I haven't done it ever since. So I have had a bad experience.
Oh, okay.
The
Like
very last time
anxiety?
was not good. I went back to my parents' house too when I went to a friend's house, and I think I took the wrong. I don't know what happened, but when I got to my parents' house, I was eating a baguette, and I was really stressed.
Did they know?
My mom knew something was wrong. Yeah.
Were they happy for you that you were like living life? No.
They were extremely concerned, and then I never did it again.
So you're like living the full sober lifestyle. Like you don't, there's
Yeah.
no, but you do love candy.
I love candy.
That's it. Okay, another like Miranda exposed list. I'll go to her house and like we'll hike, and then we'll come back to her house, and there's just like a bag of fun size candy, and she's just like, oh, it's like post hike, and just like eating mini Twix and mini
Hershey's.
Snickers. I'm like, I love candy, but like after a hike, that's how you replenish. It just doesn't seem smart.
What are your top 5, both of you?
Candies. Bunch of Crunch.
Yeah, okay, great choice.
What?
I love Bunch of Crunch. You don't like them?
That's like you just don't really hear that one.
It's my favorite one. Cookie dough bites.
These are all ones that you only get at the movie theater.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Mini Hershey's gummy bears that are you're finally in.
What finish?
Gummy bears, the sour ones that have the
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Sour gummies.
is that 5?
And then-
Wait, I'm not good at
No,
math.
you need another one.
And the 5th is Oh, I like Nerds a lot. I know they're old,
They're
but
having
they're really
a resurgence.
good. They're
The
good.
clusters.
The clusters.
I feel like I lost a taste for nerds after 12.
Yeah, I do too. This is weird.
Maybe it's the one thing I have since I don't drink. I still have the taste buds for Nerds.
I would say like Twix. What?
No.
Interesting. Is your number 1 Twix?
Kind of. Yeah, actually.
I would have never pegged you for a Twix girl.
Yeah,
The
me neither.
caramel, the crunch, 100 grand.
What?
What's 100 grand?
Oh
What?
my
I
God.
don't know what that
What is going on with you? We have nothing in common anymore. It's like crunchy with caramel. Do you guys not like caramel? What is going on?
I do like caramel.
Do you?
I love
Caramel,
caramel.
yeah. I can't even say it anymore. It's like,
Caramel.
Oh no.
100 grams feels, yeah. All right.
Feels what?
Like-
you're sounding like a really like old
Yeah.
dad.
No, old dad would be like Babe Ruth.
Oh, love Babe Ruth.
See,
Whoa.
that's crazy. Sour Patch watermelon.
Okay, yeah, that's a
Come
good
on,
yeah.
you forgot to mention.
I love Sour Patch.
Sour Patch watermelon or Sour Patch regular. Kalila, what about? I don't picture you eating candy ever. You were
Oh,
not
my
allowed.
obsession. I don't think either of you maybe have tried this, but it's a Hawaiian candy called Noms. And they're
No.
very sour. They come with the belts, the gummies, and all. I gotta bring you guys a big box of it. It is the best, most addicting thing ever. And I cannot live without them now.
I do love a sour, sweet
So sour.
situation.
Lemony,
Just-
it's a combination. It has it all. And it has the Nerds flavor. It has a Nerds little
Sounds
bundle
amazing.
too. It has dino eggs. They have it all. They're called Noms.
I have a weird question. Like, because you were working your childhood and like teen years, is there anything from normal kid growing up life that you're like, oh, I wonder what that would have been like, or that you missed out?
I never went to prom.
That's right, because you didn't go to high school, right?
Yeah, so I missed prom. I'm trying to think anything else.
I clogged the toilet at my prom, so
You
it's,
did?
It's not all that it's cracked up to be.
Did anyone know it was you or no?
No, well, my date did because I told.
Why did you
I
have to tell
told him?
him?
I told him.
Why? Just because
I just can't really keep things.
you were that
in.
close?
Yeah. But prom, like, did you go to prom?
I went to prom, yeah.
Was it
I
fun?
don't.
So prom was at Blair High School. I went to what was considered a reject school, and it was fun. I think it was maybe not the American education that I thought I would be getting, but it was an education of sorts because I grew up in the Philippines and I came here in high school. But prom was just really, really fun. It was super ratchet. I think our chaperones were probably drunk, and it was just a really fun time. It wasn't proper. I didn't clog any toilets. I went home with my hot older boyfriend, and no one said anything. It
I'm
was a
here
good
to
time.
tell you, don't listen to her. Prom was not fun. You did not miss anything. School dances were so awkward, and like, I don't know.
Really? Ours, we had LASA, which was like a Latin American student association night. And it was just a night of all just Spanish music and a lot of like people just going, like just dancing and having such a great time. I think maybe different schools, different
Yeah,
vibes,
different
but it was really
cultures.
fun for me.
Do you guys remember what you wore?
Yes, it was a very like mid 2000s like strapless dress with like extra fabric and then like a uneven. Remember the dresses were like
Yes,
It was
asymmetrical
yeah.
line, yes.
Which those are back now.
They are, and I hate that they're back. I don't think they did anything for the kneecaps.
What do you mean?
It was always some weird, I don't know, but
Like they hit the knees at a funny spot or something.
yeah. My
Oh, you
dress
might be
was
right.
based on Halle Berry's purple cowl neck dress. I had a very tight budget and I went to a really cheap seamstress and I was like, can you make this dress? She's like, can't double line it. I was like, whatever you have to do, just make it, give me the silhouette. And it was really pretty and it was backless and it was a cowl neck and it looked exactly the same. It was a replica. And I was so in love with it.
Oh, that is a dream to have like a movie star replica dress. Are there any events that you attended or got to go to that felt like, oh my God, this is such a big deal. This is like prom instead?
Well, they have a homeschooling prom.
No.
They do?
They do. I never went, but they try to get you. They work really hard to try to get you every year to come because not a lot of people go because you don't know the other people.
Right.
So it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. You'd just be meeting
It just be like
the
a
people
blind
for the
date
first time.
prom. Yeah.
Is
But-
it anyone from homeschooling or is it like a specific?
It's a specific homeschooling program,
right.
but I think a lot of the homeschooling programs do that. But also the homeschooling program I was with in high school, they would have me come in twice a year to do a PE test. And it was the only time I saw the other kids that were part of the homeschooling program.
Was
And-
it ever other actors?
Well, usually, but it was weird because with mine, most of the people were trying to be in the Olympics. So when I did the PE test, I had to do it against all these Olympian
No.
hopefuls. It was so crazy looking back.
So not
And I'm
fair.
super not coordinated in any way too. So,
Did you fail gym?
I mean, I passed, but they were all incredible.
Yeah.
and
You
I
felt like you
wasn't.
walked out feeling like you
Horrible.
failed gym.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so good.
That's such a weird thing to require twice a year. Like, what did they
come in
make
and
you do?
run.
Just like sit-ups?
Sit-ups. I had to run around the track. It wasn't even a track. I think it was a parking lot outside of the homeschooling office.
When I had mono and I got to be homeschooled,
What a cool girl disease
I
to have in high
know.
school. Was it high school?
it was 8th grade actually.
Did you brag about it? I know you bragged about it.
I was proud. I was proud to have mono.
Do you know how you got it?
No, I don't. I do know how I gave it to another girl, but I don't know how I got it.
How'd you give it to another girl?
We
I
were
wanna know.
sharing a Burger King icy, and like she got it like a week after me, and I was like,
That's mono.
yeah, I felt really bad, but
Were
like,
you like, I hope it's mono? Can someone test me for mono?
please give me mono. And you know, I milked it when I had mono. I was like, I just can't go back to school. It's gonna be a long time, you guys.
It really was a cool girl thing to have though, because all the girls
Really?
with big boobs had mono, and they would always walk in like, guys, like I'm gonna miss a couple days. It's mono, and they always there was always a big tittied girls.
Oh, I missed like 6 months for mono. I had a private tutor that was like paid for by the state because that's
I was
like
just gonna say, wasn't your dad horrified?
there was no, of course it was not paid for by my family. And I loved it. Also, it was like one of the rare times where an adult was like having one-on-one time with me and listening to me speak. So I was so addicted to my tutor, and homeschooling, in my experience, was an absolute joke. Like I didn't know the answers to the test. They didn't care. They're like, here they are. Like, was it like that for you, or did you actually learn?
Well, since I never 100% did homeschooling, I had to do it on set.
Yeah, tutoring.
But it was still the same. And I had a tutor for a few years, the same set teacher, and he would make me raise my hand, even though I was the only person in their room.
They got to teach you that skill.
He'd be like, like when I go to answer. And then I'd have to be like,
Why do I picture you with like a shock collar and he buzzes you if you don't raise your hand? You're like, no.
But yeah, it was a strange experience, kind of.
But you were on set with a bunch of other kids. Were you learning with them or no?
Well, when I had the raising hand thing, it was during a show called Drake and Josh before the one where I was with kids. So I
yeah.
was by myself during that one.
Because you were the only kid on that.
yeah.
Oh,
By the time you got to college, were you really excited to raise your hand? and ask a real question.
Put it into action.
You guys might not think I know how, but
I
do. Oh yeah.
I know all about it.
I'm just like you guys. I'm a normal girl.
Want to come to my house? Do a study group.
Esther,
Kalila,
it's finally happened.
we finally broke through to our favorite brand on this planet, Skims. They finally noticed us.
I feel like we've only been manifesting this for the past 3 years. So when we finally got the call, I cannot explain to you guys the squeal in the room.
Well, it's just like there's literally no one more physically qualified to talk about Skims because I have been wearing their Fits Everybody thong underwear. Since I tried it, I threw away all my other underwear and bought only this underwear. And it's the Fits Everybody collection and it's their thong. And I buy both options because they have a dipped thong.
I think this is exactly what Skims nailed. It is, I'm a comfort queen. I will not give up comfort just to look cute. And I don't have to do that with Skims. The Fits Everybody collection is so brainless for me because the moment I put it on, I'm both comfortable and I look hot.
The triangle bra, it is so sexual. There's the crossover, which I like for the crossover triangle, which is a little more like comfy. But if you just go for the straight triangle, you get the cleavage, you get the comfort. Like you just walk past your man in that bra.
And even if you don't have a cleavage, for someone like me who is
gives it
rocking
to
an
you.
A cup, it gives you that extra boost of like, hey, they are there after all.
The Fits Everybody collection is available in sizes extra, extra small to 4X. You can shop now at skims.com/Trash Tuesday. Plus, get free shipping on orders over $75. And after you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Okay, select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. This is very important. We need you to let them know Trash Tuesday sent you because we are obviously Kardashians now. Today we're talking about my literal favorite sponsor, Quince, where I buy all my cashmere. I've got a cashmere baby blanket from them. I've got the cutest cashmere black button-down cardigan that I've been wearing a lot, a little too much, some would argue. They have 100% Mongolian cashmere sweaters for $50, organic cotton sweaters, washable silk tops, and timeless 14-karat gold jewelry.
You guys, I mean, we know that cashmere is historically a pricey thing to buy. And the fact that Quince now offers affordable luxury makes me so happy. And they do this because they partner directly with top factories and they're able to cut the cost of the middleman and pass the savings on to us instead.
I literally cannot say enough good things about Quince because I'm sick of overpriced stuff. And this is literally, it's better prices, better quality. And that's the only way I'm shopping from now on, okay?
Indulge in affordable luxury. Go to quince.com/trash for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/trash to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/trash. Esther, you do know I lived in Vegas for several years.
I know, and I really wish I could have seen what kind of sparkles you wore in that era.
And you know that games like blackjack, roulette, slots, it's in my blood at this point.
We are so literally excited to talk about DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Casino app now and use code TRASHTUESDAY.
And new players get an instant deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. That's code Trash Tuesday only at DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One per new customer. Miranda, how many times have you been asked if you're Filipino?
Oh my gosh, I've been asked so many times.
Wait, really?
We really
Yeah.
wanted to claim you so badly.
I wish I was Filipino. It would actually be awesome.
Are you definitely not Asian?
Well, I did 23andMe, and I found out that I can't remember the exact percentage, but I'm Mexican, and I didn't know. And
From your mom?
from my mom's side. I actually just got 23andMe from my mom and dad, and they sent it in. So it's, how it makes yours even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get to find out what they are too, so I'm excited. But yeah, that was one that surprised me, and I'm Indian a little bit, which surprised me.
Oh, whoa.
This
But-
explains the very dark hair because it's unusual to just kind of be like a plain white person with that dark hair.
Yeah,
I'm
people
so
always
jealous
think
of your
I'm
dark hair.
Asian
Yeah.
or Mexican. And
Yeah.
But on behalf of the Filipinos, we really wanted you so badly. I remember Googling your ethnicity and trying to verify. And I'm like, no, people have this wrong. She's one of us. She has to be one of us because you sing, you dance. And I was like, wait, no, it's impossible that she's not Filipino. And you just generally look like you could be.
Isn't
And
there
it
a
broke my
little-
heart to find out that you weren't.
A little Jewish too. And
Yes,
you
I
found
am.
out.
All right, Esther, now you're bragging.
I'm a lot Jewish when I got the 23andMe.
Wait, how much?
I think it was like 30 something.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm so many things that I didn't know I was. It was really fun. Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
thanks.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Thank
you get a
you.
banana.
I didn't know you guys had banana breaks. Is this something you always do?
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
We met at Whitney's house in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we just started talking and it was just like, oh, I think I was just so shocked at how funny Miranda is and like self-deprecating and self-aware because you meet people who are famous and you just think like, you think the worst, honestly, like you assume the worst. And she's like the opposite of whatever like bad assumption you could have, I feel like. It's just,
Oh.
what is like an average day in your life look like? If you had to like paint the picture of the celebrity, Miranda Cosgrove, what like dispel the myths out there? Like what's your average day?
So my parents live in Downey, which is the home that they still live in the same house that I grew up in,
Mhm.
which you know.
Yes.
And they have a garage. And I spend a lot of time in the garage because that's where I do a lot of this animal saving work.
Yes.
So on a normal day, I'll do stuff like usually with animals. I have a few foster cats right now. And then I kind of spend a lot of my time commuting from their house to LA because my place is in LA. So I'll hang out with like friends in LA and do stuff in LA. And then I go back to my
Yeah,
parents' house in
she'll like
Downey a lot.
pretend that she's a normal girl. She'll be like, come to my house, and it's like a normal girl's house in LA. but then when everyone leaves, she also leaves.
Exactly.
She's like, I gotta go back to the garage where she spends most of her time.
This is all 100% accurate.
Up, and you stay up like all night.
Yes, I also am a total insomniac and I stay up really late I call it cat work, much like freeway work. And I do cat work. I hang out with all the foster cats. I take like videos and I make adoption videos and I'm just obsessed with animals. Like I've loved animals ever since I was really little. So even though it sounds very sad, it's low-key my dream kind
Yeah.
of.
Would
So
you have been a veterinarian maybe
maybe. I mean, that would have been kind of awesome. When I was little, I did always say vet when people asked. But yeah, I don't know. I've just always, I mean, I guess a lot of people love animals, but I've always loved
No, but you
animals.
like, you take it too far.
Would you
I do
ever
take
see
it too far.
Squirrel.
Okay, let's play this game. So, as I mentioned earlier, it was my dream to like put you in a scenario where you have to deliver really bad news to people. I still think you could have a thriving career on Cameo when you're ready.
just for funerals?
Yeah,
Oh.
like just to deliver any kind of bad news. So, we made some prompts and we want you to maybe Kalila, you can pick them and read them to her, and then
Okay.
we want to improvise a scene where you have to give me some bad news.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's start with this one. So, Miranda, you have to break up with Esther because
no.
you don't think she smells very nice. She's refused to wear deodorant and only uses fluoridated toothpaste. And it's turned you off forever. You've tried to coax her into this life of hygiene, but she's like, no, I'm standing my
I'm getting
ground.
ready.
Like I
The
have
proper stance. I've waited all my life for this. I'm just kidding. Okay. Esther. Hi.
How are you? It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too.
I'm really looking forward to our night ahead of us.
So
What's so funny?
I've been wanting to talk to you about something. And I don't want to freak you out. It's nothing major.
Okay.
But sometimes, like once in a while, you don't like smell perfect. So, and I know I brought up to you several times.
Right.
If
I
you could maybe
remember.
wear deodorant,
Yeah.
like that's not natural, like real, like heavy duty deodorant.
Yeah, that's hard for me.
And you don't want to. So I was thinking maybe we're gonna need to like go our separate ways.
Okay. You seem really happy about it.
I don't think the cameo career would pan out. I'm glad we tried this because now I know.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Esther is getting fired.
Yes.
Okay, Miranda, you have to fire Esther because she just lost your company $100,000.
Yes.
In 3 months because you found out she's embezzling.
Yeah. This is a good one.
Okay. I'm like doing it
Reset.
But you also just really like her as a person. You guys go hang in Vegas and watch Gaga do jazz.
Okay. We've seen Gaga do jazz together, so we're very close.
As close as two can be, honestly.
Okay. Esther.
Yeah.
I know you've been working here a while now.
I love your company.
I know you do.
I love your candle store.
Thank you. But I built this candle store from the ground up, and it means a lot to me. As you just said, it means a lot to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's come to my attention recently that you have been embezzling money.
Oh.
And it's okay. You don't have to deny or don't. I don't want to get into any legal.
You don't want to get in the weeds of it.
No. Thank you.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to let you go. But I still really would love to be friends. And it's okay that you embezzled with my company. I feel like we have a connection as friends.
Okay, cool.
And we could still go to Vegas
We
together.
can still make it work.
Yeah.
Even though I owe you $100,000.
Exactly.
Okay.
I have one more.
Okay.
Okay, Miranda, you have information that Esther has a non-life-threatening but very large grapefruit size hemorrhoid.
Oh, no.
I'm the doctor in this scenario.
Right. And it's inoperable. It's inoperable because there's no hemorrhoidectomy available. She's just gonna have to have this extra little lump hanging out of her asshole.
Oh, Kalila.
And
Is this even part of the have we gone off script?
This is her creativity at play.
Okay. Esther.
Hello, Dr.
Hello.
Cosgrove.
Yes, I'm a doctor. I noticed that you have a very large hemorrhoid that is inoperable.
Oh.
And you're okay, though. You're going to live a normal lifespan.
Really?
Yeah, but you're just going to have to deal with the hemorrhoid because there's nothing we can do.
There's nothing you guys can do?
No, there's nothing we can do.
Have you ever seen this before?
No, not until this morning when I noticed.
Are you... Is that like how doctors do things? They just kind of notice?
Yeah. That's what they do.
That's what they teach you in medical school?
Mm-hmm.
You seem really young to be a doctor.
I'm not. I'm in my 30s.
Okay. Still
You're taking this really well.
Thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
And if you want to be friends, we can be friends, even though. Yeah, we could still be friends. Even though.
I guess if my doctor will be my friend, then it's a win overall, even though the hemorrhoid hurts.
That really is a gift, Miranda.
Thank you.
You really do know how to soften the blow.
Truly.
Very
It just
realistic.
feels, it feels so nice and warm and cozy.
I like the idea of like just being friends no matter what the situation is.
Yeah, like no matter what the problem is, you embezzled the hemorrhoid. We are still like this.
I will not let you down. I will not let you go out of my life. So we have this list here that I think we'll all sort of bomb and fail at, but it's a list of micro habits that women do to increase their feminine energy.
Is this supposed to attract
Men?
men?
Yeah.
All kinds, or men specifically looking for that very feminine type?
I don't
think
know.
she says all kinds.
Oh, okay.
All kinds,
Across
okay.
across the board.
No
Okay.
offense to anyone in the room, but I just don't think any of us will have any of these.
I don't
but
think
we'll
so
see.
either. I'm going to bomb this, I know.
Do we move our hips when we walk?
I mean, in what direction?
First of all, you have to move your hips when you walk. You can't walk.
Not in my everyday life, ever. But if maybe I'm first seeing someone, I might put on a little bit more than usual. Because I'm real tomboyish. So it's not something that I don't walk around, get up and start sashaying. No.
Miranda?
No, I don't move my hips when I walk. I don't think.
What about this one? I definitely do. Let others help. I guess that's
Yes, I
feminine.
do.
Oh, because you're allowing somebody to swoop in.
Yeah.
You're the damsel in distress. Yeah, I let others help, I think. What's micro dress up?
Yeah.
So getting ready in less than 5 minutes, putting on a cute outfit and mascara.
And
For who and for where? For anything?
for a dude, like just kind of looking effortlessly to them.
I take hours to get ready. I don't have that one. What's small moments? Oh, small moments of pleasure. Doing things simply because you like it. Because I do that. Like, would hiking count? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything that you
hiking?
do that's more for you.
Utilize a second brain, an organized system to put all mental things, minimize how long you're stuck in your head remembering things to get into soft mode. What the fuck is soft mode, bitch?
What is soft mode? Soft energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like feeling
So
soft.
like you're not like putting your like
Oh.
anxiety forward, and you're kind of compartmentalizing.
Wait, this actually might sort of be explaining a concept that I actually love, which is like, okay, I feel like I've recently come to realize that one of my life goals has always been completely not use my own brain and to just like go into soft mode and like have someone else do all the thinking and all the decision making. That's what feminine women want. They just like want a man to lead.
But that only happens for me when someone is already in the position of like earning my trust that I can shut my brain off.
Yeah, no, it's impossible to find.
Yeah, I think
it's
that
not
it's not
ever happening.
No, what I'm saying is that like this has only really happened very recently with the guy that I'm with now, where it's like, oh, I can actually just shut my brain off and know that my house isn't gonna, burn down to ashes, that the kitchen isn't like I just there's an inherent trust there that he will take care of things. And maybe that's what it means. But I don't think I can naturally go into my second brain without having already someone in the room that I can trust.
Yeah, you need someone else to like take over, which I don't feel like that's not really applicable to me and Dave. I can't go into soft mode with him. I also think I'm the problem. It's like I think I want this, and then I'm too controlling. Like the second, it's like that time where he was like tried to make me eat octopus in Vegas, and I started crying. It's like I don't want soft mode. I just think I do.
Wait, Esther, can I propose a different way to eat octopus versus how it was
Ew,
presented to you?
what? Do you eat octopus?
Actually, yeah, I've had octopus before, but I don't have it a lot.
Okay.
Did you try it?
The texture, I spit it right out. It was so scary to me.
But like,
Yeah, grilled with butter, with lemon, with there's a very different way that I think it can be presented versus on top of like in sushi, say for instance.
I'm just so sick of you people that like think butter will solve every
Everything.
It
problem.
does though, but it does.
It
does,
does, but it's mental. Like
believe it
I don't
or
like the
not.
testicle, the
No
tentacles.
one's trying to eat testicles, Stella. It's octopus.
I meant to say tentacles.
Do you ever desire to have no brain?
It sounds nice. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad.
But who's going to do all the cat work if you turn
the
yours
cat work
off?
or the freeway work.
Yeah, that's
When
what
you-
I'm. Yeah, go
When
ahead.
you go out with Dave, and you're picking where to go for dinner, do you guys like take turns or do you usually?
I think that it's actually like such a difficult thing to manage, which I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like people kind of get it, that we've had to come up with so many different devices and games to like
Figure out where
get
to go.
us through
It's one of the hardest things in the entire world.
Yeah. And I like, so there's one game we play called Percentages.
Oh, that's right. That's a great one.
What is that?
It's so good. Okay,
brilliant.
so what you do is you each decide, like, let's say the topic is my favorite time we've done this is it was like Thanksgiving. We just got back from his friend's house and we're like, we have nothing to do all Thanksgiving weekend. Should we go to Vegas tonight? And then we're like, we'll do percentages. And so then each person will say what percent they want to go, knowing that if the percent total is 100 or over, you have to do it.
Okay.
So it's like you could say 0, you could say 100, you could say 50, then you go 1, 2, 3 percentage, you say your percentage. And like that night we got over 100 and we did it. And then the other device, which this one I did not make up, like if we were deciding where to go, I would have to name 3 restaurants. Then from my 3, you pick 2 and then I pick 1.
Oh, so you, get it down to the right one.
But I feel like you are one of the rare people in my life that I'll go wherever you say to go because you like have good food taste.
Just with sushi.
Yeah, like or burgers too, though.
Burgers never say die.
I know. It's so
Oh,
good.
that's a great spot. The Smash Burger place?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a new one in the valley, like Studio City. It's called Easy Street.
Oh, okay. There was one that I passed the other day on Ventura that's brand new. Like,
Yes.
I don't even know if it's open yet. Is that what it is? Or
Is that
You're talking about the one where Mr. O's was.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, it's not open. I
Mr.
just
O's
saw
gone?
it today.
yeah,
Huh?
it's gone.
Mr. O's is gone? Mr.
Yeah,
O's is
they
good.
tried saving it over the pandemic a lot, and it just unfortunately.
I know. I used to go there all the
What
time.
was it? I don't know it.
It was
Like
cool.
American food, I guess.
Yeah, but the interior was really
cute.
nice.
And it was like very like cocktail heavy. Like there was like really great cocktails on the menu,
Right.
and like good just soul food. Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Do you ever in your daily life get hit on?
In my daily life,
Like, have you ever been hit on? I haven't. Like, I
I'm
don't.
trying to think if I've ever been hit on. In real life, like not on a dating app.
Just like even catcalled.
Catcalled. I was friends with this girl in high school that used to always tell me that she'd get like all done up and she'd walk to school. And she said she always knew how good she looked by the amount of people that catcalled her like honks.
Honked. Honking is so
weird.
degrading.
It's the worst.
I don't know if I've ever been catcalled. I'm trying to think if anyone's ever hit on me in real life. Maybe
Like, are any guys ever like, there's Miranda Cosgrove, I'm going to shoot my shot?
like sometimes people will come up and talk to me, but it's never, I never feel like they're straight up.
You never
It's
think
not
they want
clear.
more.
I never think
They just want
more.
that one moment.
and that's it.
They're done. They're out forever.
But
That's
yeah,
sort of
just
how
on
Raya
apps.
works. It's like in Raya, you just match and you never speak. No one opens
Really?
conversation. No, it's just, and it really, I think everyone on there is just there for like the immediate dopamine hit of matching, and then you let it go and you let it expire and then it dies.
Is that your experience?
Pretty much exactly that.
Isn't it so weird?
It is
how
kind of strange. It's like a game or something.
it is just a game, because then you get the reward of being like, oh, they said yes to me and that's enough somehow.
Yeah. But then it's like you never even get to know the person or hang out with them or meet up.
Unless
or-
they're really kind of like old, then they
What?
open with some like really like
Long
boomery kind of long message, and they're almost like very
Too.
aggressive, and they want to go out tonight.
And if you don't go, then they say something mean to you.
Yeah, it's true.
They follow up with a
Yeah.
Are you
rude
guys getting
message.
the same guys?
Maybe.
Sounds
might be the
like
same
one
man.
guy with his very specific pattern.
way.
Miranda, do you have a type that you typically go for, like personality, looks, whatever?
Kind of. I always go for super nerdy, usually curly hair, tall, really skinny.
Do you stay away from people in your industry, or
No, not really. It's really whoever.
She looks around the room.
She's surveying.
Lila and Miranda, this is a question for both of you because I'm also on dating apps. Do you start conversations or never?
I never do.
Yeah.
I never
never
open.
do.
It's just like my rule. And I don't feel comfortable. It's never, I don't. And maybe in real life, it'd be a little different. But no, not on apps. No way. Do you?
Do you?
The 1 or 2 times I've started the conversation, it didn't go well. So I backed off of, I feel like they can feel that you are too like excited or something. I don't know.
Is that the edible story?
I do hate that though, because it like I get it. It kind of has to be that way, but I hate how there's so much power taken out of like the woman's hands because
That's
we have
true.
to wait for the guy. But yeah, in person, like I definitely was the one that like pursued Dave when I saw him. I think in person it's a little
It's very
easier.
different in person because in person it just feels like a conversation and there really is not, I'm not like putting my intention out there. It's just like, oh, hey, what's up? But on the apps, it just
feels more
doesn't.
forward,
Yeah, it feels a little bit too like I'm too thirsty, especially if you just match that day. You usually wait till like the 9th day before they expire because you have 10 days to start a
Oh.
conversation or that person is gone from your list.
There's so many rules.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I initiate all the time.
You do.
I do. I'm like,
Does it go well? Do you end up meeting the people?
Sometimes, well, no, it hasn't gone well in the long term, but it definitely, like, I've met people on Raya, which I feel like is a good, people have not done that on Raya. But a lot of time I get ghosted, which is not helping my self-esteem in any way, shape,
Right.
or form. So
Okay,
I
but
get it.
did you guys see this big article that there this like big lawsuit news story from a couple weeks ago where the I think it's like Match is the parent group that owns like Tinder and Hinge, maybe whatever, that someone is like trying to do a big lawsuit against them because the dating apps have been proven that like they don't want you to meet someone. It's just like a game, like you guys are saying. It's about like getting that dopamine hit of the swipe. And then some people are like, well, that's duh. Like it's a for profit business. Like,
They want you to stay on the app.
yeah, that's true, but you can't really sue for that. I don't know. It's
So it's designed to keep you on there to play the game rather than actually
Meet
find
someone.
somebody.
yeah. Does that like freak you guys out at all? I don't know.
I don't think that's with Hinge. Like Hinge, their motto is we want the app to be deleted, and whether that's marketing bullshit, but I always feel like there's always cocking on Hinge. Like people feel comfortable on Hinge. I don't know. That's my experience. You guys are like, no.
I don't know.
Were you ever on a dating app?
No, because I met Dave like
Before
right
they
before they
became a
came
big thing.
out. Yeah.
Oh.
And I remember I feel like, I don't know if we ever had that conversation, but I remember just thinking like, whoa, that's crazy. Like I would be so curious what that's like. But also I forgot this is like very triggering to people. If you've never been on a dating app, you're not supposed to like publicly admit it because then everyone hates you.
Really?
Yeah.
I had
How?
never been it, and I thought I romanticized it. I was like, this seems awesome, and it's true hell. So people should say that more.
I mean, it's fun for 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
And I think everyone starts to sound the same, look the same, and then you find yourself opening the app for no other reason than sheer boredom or something to do. It's like playing Tetris.
But
for
also
me.
I do know people that are like, oh, I just got lucky like here in and they've gotten married off of
Listen,
it.
I met Bobby on Tinder and we were together for a decade.
There you go.
My aunt and uncle are married and they have a child and they met on JDate.
Oh, J-Date.
Yeah.
You need to join JDate now that your 23andMe results are back.
35% is a lot.
It's enough to get on.
Yeah.
How much do you have, Jewish do you have to be to get on J-Date?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure none. Wow, they don't care. We take everybody.
Isn't there a farmer one?
But
There's a farmer one.
actually, you're more the farmer.
Farmer.
one.
Yeah, the farmer one I would
Makes
definitely
more
get on.
sense.
You're waiting for us to invite you on the farmer,
farmer
one.
app?
Be like, I think that one's better for me.
That would be really cute though. I think maybe if I can envision a dream boy for you, it would be a veterinarian that does not maybe not have like a typical like small animal practice, but like one that does like farm animals. Like the bigger or maybe like a zoologist.
That'd be awesome. My dad, every time I date someone and if they like do me wrong or it doesn't go well, my dad always says, he wasn't an American boy. And I don't know what that even means, but I think he visions me with like he sees me with somebody that like runs a farm. Like he thinks a man that like is outside doing tasks.
Like a
Doing
building
America's
thing.
work, yeah.
And you literally
An
described
American
the
boy.
But you know what's so funny, Miranda?
He's just so scared you can't survive.
He's trying to get somebody that has all the survival tools to help
No,
me.
but it's so funny that you say that because I kind of swung back from nerd after I dated like nerd and dude who couldn't put like IKEA furniture together. I swung back completely to the American boy, someone who could fish, hunt, build. And I think because I was in this for so long, I started to really be attracted to the exact opposite of that. So maybe your dad has a point.
Maybe there's something
yeah,
to
the
it.
American boy.
Those are attractive
Cosgrove.
qualities. What?
Tom Cosgrove knows best.
He does. He always.
I was
always
just going to say,
does.
can you shout your dad out? Because he's been the star of this episode.
He is the
and
star. He's going to totally listen to this
He's
too.
the funniest
I love you,
person.
Dad.
He's amazing. I'm so grateful for him.
I'll find an American boy someday.
He has made you the most down to earth possible version of a human ever.
He should write a book like how to raise a child star.
But keep her down. Keep her humble. Keep her humble, I'll say.
So if you're a nerdy, curly-haired, skinny,
I hate-
all-American boy,
I literally,
DM us.
I don't want to say this out loud and I want to bleep it out, but someone is coming to mind.
Really?
Someone is coming to mind for me.
Can
as
we
well.
can we
I have to know.
matchmaker
Horrible.
matchmaker?
It's horrible.
Oh, then no.
I mean, it's not.
Oh, then yes.
I'll say it, but bleep it
Okay,
or
just
cut
yeah.
this.
I was just thinking that's what you meant.
Interesting. But is
An all-American.
yeah, can he build?
No. But I just think maybe.
But you're right. He is athletic. He is. It's so weird how he's really into nerd stuff.
He's so ugly. He's so ugly.
He is not.
He's not ugly, Esther.
Yeah.
What about
We should.
You
do
guys
it.
are right in the perfect look. It's perfect. It's exactly.
We're bleeping out the name so that
No, but I in that name that we bleeped out, I do think there is something really cool in that he is really into like the nerdy stuff, but is kind of this weird anomaly of an athlete.
He has American boy potential.
yeah.
And if he doesn't know how to
know
build,
how
I
to
bet you
spot
he'd
it
figure
now.
it out.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause
Miranda's in.
I think we've found our American boy, guys.
I think we can arrange like a soft hang,
Yeah.
like a mixer.
Oh, I love a good mixer. I haven't ever been to one ever.
We'll do a Trash Tuesday mixer.
We should do a speed dating
We
thing.
should do a speed dating app.
But with no other goal than to just have them meet. So it's sort of like a fake speed dating thing.
Like,
Like
oh
all
no,
the
no
other
one
people
showed
are
up.
just extras.
They're paid
Esther's there
actors
pregnant.
with like a wig on. Dave has a mustache. Oh my
I love
God.
this. I want to do it.
She falls for it completely. We create a whole new relationship, friendship with the new fake
With you
me.
as that person.
I have to keep it up. We hang out. I always wear the wig. Oh, I'm excited for our new lives together. Well, Miranda, thank you so much for
Thank
being here
you.
and letting us expose you for all the weird things about you that make you so special.
There's no place I'd rather be exposed. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Miranda. And on behalf of the Asian community, we still claim you. So
Thank
just
you.
please accept that.
But
do. I accept
unfortunately, the Jews, we've got her
Yeah.
based on the DNA. But I am curious to hear what happens when your parents' DNA comes back.
I know, I'm excited.
That could really up the game for
change
everyone.
everything. Huge game changer.
And you guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. We love our slugs, and we will see you next week with a brand new episode.